What's up everybody? In this video we're going to go over some strategies for beating higher level traps in State of Survival. So the first thing that we're going to look at are troop formations. The first thing with troop formations is for rally leaders. You can have your highest level heroes because you use skills from all of them. For people who are joining rallies though, you only use the first skill from the first hero. In order from best hero to use to worse, you want to use Jeb, Wolf, Ray, or Sarge. And since you're only using the first skill, it's only important to level up that first skill. So once you have one of those four in the first slot, it doesn't matter who fills up the second two slots, because you're not going to use any skills from them anyways. When setting the troops in your formation, you only want to have your highest level hunters and riders. You don't want to have any infantry. You want to have as much damage in each rally as possible. So if you're adding infantry in there, then you're increasing the number of rallies that you need. Now, once everybody that's going to be joining has the correct hero and has a troop formation set up with no infantry in it, you want to figure out how many rallies that you need. For this strategy, you're going to have two sets of rallies. You're going to have one right away when it starts and one 2.5 minutes later. The reason for this is you want all of your hardest hitting players to be attacking twice every 5 minutes instead of once. So for that reason, your highest level players shouldn't be creating rallies. They should just be joining. Ideally, if you have a few 26 and above and most of your alliance is 25 and below, 24s and 25s should be the ones that are setting the rallies. Because the rally leaders are only going to attack, like I said, once every 5 minutes. The rally size doesn't matter as much because you're just going to add as many rallies as you need to fit everybody into. In order for this to be effective, each set of rallies needs to have enough slots to fit everybody in. So the ones the second set that go 2.5 minutes later, those should be empty until that first set marches. Now for my example here, I have 15 players and most of them have between 15 to 20k tier 6 without infantry added in. So I only need 2 rallies to fit everybody in. I have one player who has about twice that, but he can still fit in those 2 rallies. So since I know exactly how many players I have, I know exactly how many troops they have, it's easy for me to set up my rallies on this one. But in your normal alliance, you might have 20 people show up one day and 40 people show up the next. So it's a little bit more difficult to judge how many rallies you're going to need. As a general rule of thumb, if you have 24s and 25s setting the rallies, then each rally should be able to have about 500,000 troops in there. Most of your players aren't going to have a full march, so the average march that each player is going to have is going to be about 70,000. So if you go off of those estimates, for every 9 people that you have participating, 2 of them will have to set a rally. One right away when it starts and one 2.5 minutes later. That's not going to be exact for every scenario, and you might have more players that have more troops. But that'll be a good starting off point, and then you can just adjust it as needed. And so now for everybody joining, it's very easy. As soon as you return back to your settlement, then you just join the first available rally that has spots in it. So you don't need to remember who you joined with before, or you don't need to remember to join the same one. The first one that has enough available spots for how many troops you have is the one that you would join. So now if we look at the rankings, unfortunately, it only goes to the top 10, so I can't see how much less damage the 4 rally leaders were doing or how much more damage all of the joiners were doing. But if I open up the mail, you can see that my rally leaders were 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. So they were the bottom 4 in the damage, which is how it should be. And there were a couple of the other ones that got an extra attack in. But roughly, everyone should be doing about double the damage that my rally leaders. Since the rewards are based on your rank and damage, it would probably be a good idea to cycle through who the rally leaders are so that other people can get a chance to get more rewards for finishing.